shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the matter with King? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time for my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, Michael Myers. Now, I know I haven't spoken in the past, but it seems today, on All Hallows Eve, I must talk to you. There's something I must get out to you. It seems like somebody's watching me. I don't know who can it be. I have this eerie feeling somewhere, somehow, somebody has their eyes upon me. There's so much news to be had, so much information to get, but the most sinister and creepiest information I feel is yet to come. I feel today on Xbox Frontline News, it will be spooky, if not creepy, downright sinister for all those port-begging ponies.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
Who said Xbox will fail? Tonight, we will do a seance on bringing back the dead. Concord will rise from its grave this evening for one night only. Concord's soul will be risen to the new heights.
Man, I'm dead.
All I can say is buckle up, 'cause on God and them, I know you're not ready.
When I told you welcome to the clown show, yeah, man. Everything was going to be exposed before 2024 is over. Miss Khan, Chairman Lena Khan. Woo! I hear that you've been doing some things. Now, I think they might have to look at everything that you've done. Oh, Xbox. So, maybe all those contracts that had to be put out and all those stipulations that had to be done for this ABK deal, maybe those things are null and void. Maybe somebody needs to go back, an independent arbiter that needs to go back and see the improprieties you have committed at the hands of Sony. You was an unwilling puppet. Jim, you got out of Dodge. Smart man. Now, wouldn't it be crazy on this All Hallows Eve, all this information that we got and we receive? Wouldn't it be crazy that the circus starts now? How they're forced to repeal and reenact all the stuff that you've done and make that contract with Sony null and void. Ooh. But you dudes pay so well. Now, what if they just go in there, just make sure that Xbox gets back their streaming rights from Ubisoft for Call of Duty in the EU? What if they go back and fix all the amendments Xbox had to do? See, now the restraints is loose. Oh, y'all gonna port bag at a whole different velocity now. Oh, I see it happening. Welcome to the clown show, where all port begging ponies will step up and get down. Welcome to the clown show, where I told you what it is. So Jiggy Clown, old Jiggy Clown likes to get down. And we have finally figured out who was the real clown in office. FTC, I always told you it was a circus. But who the hell am I? I'm just Jiggy Clown, here to get down. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, Xbox is able to go open its purse strings. 2K. Oh, we need a basketball game. I think Xbox needs to go purchase Take-Two to ensure that they have another dominant under their belt to go along with Call of Duty. Grand Theft Auto 6 is up for grabs. And wouldn't it be the nail in the coffin for these port begging ponies? Hashtag no PlayStation 6. Jiggy Clown say he on your neck. He gonna keep the boot on your neck this whole generation. I knew it. I told you I smelt the rat. This is the age of Aquarius, baby, where everything is coming out. And Jiggy Clown always knew Lena liked to party. It's all coming out. And Xbox is about to eat big time. With the FTC in disarray, Xbox will be on a spending spree. Let's close this case up and get over to Take-Two. We'll take you. Yeah, I hear your knees knocking now. You're afraid. And another bit of horrifying news for Sony. PlayStation's Wolverine creative director now leads Xbox Perfect Dark reboot. Logan, he's gone and done it. The creative director of Insomniac's upcoming Wolverine game, the much maligned Wolverine game, the much maligned, hamstrung Wolverine game that seems to hit trouble at every turn. The game has moved across to He has moved across to Xbox now. And Brian Horton loves it there. Now, who's taking over his spot over at Wolverine? Marcus Smith. Marcus Smith is taking over his spot. He is the creator. He is the creative director in Horton's stead. He previously worked on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart as creative director and game director. Yes. We love stealing your best and your brightest. I'm just saying. I apologize. Death is so tiresome if you get me. I'm just saying. We got everything from you. You can't afford to keep anything or anyone. Even the dogs hear you cry. Let them hear you cry. Wolverine's creative director is over at Xbox. And you have Rift Apart to fix now. Sony, I do not know what you will do next. I don't know. I don't really know. All I do know is Wolverine is in trouble. People are leaving by the buckets. The game has been out on PC for yet a while. The dark web has told your secrets, Sony. You don't have money. And yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, Sony. Oh, yes, Sony. The end is near. Hashtag no PlayStation 6 is in the future. It's over. Please. Send your ears to Mark Cerny. Put them in a bucket. It's a wrap, baby. I love your pain. I love your misery. I love the thought of your tears rolling down your petulant cheeks. Now everything is falling apart. Your AAAs are in shambles. Your hardware shows no difference. You're overpriced, overpaid, hunk of junk with no games. Xbox forever, let the dogs cry in your name. It's over, Sony. So, I finally got a chance to get free. I was reporting the news for a long time. They had us in the bunkers. And I'm here to tell you, Call of Duty is still rolling. A staggering 52% of US Xbox Series and X, S and X players launched Call of Duty Black Ops 6 the Monday after release, analysts say. They're telling us the engagement is bonkers. They haven't seen anything like this. It's the Game Pass effect. It looks like Xbox big bet on Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is paying off. Oh my God. They had me locked up. I'm finally able to get back to you guys and tell you. According to Sierra's player engagement tracker, on October 23rd, 19% of U.S. Xbox Series X players and 18% of active PlayStation 5 players launched Call of Duty HQ, Matt Piscatella says on Blue Sky, highlighting how much people were jumping onto the Call of Duty ecosystem prior to Black Ops 6 launch. On October 28, 52% of active Xbox Series owners and players and 34% of PlayStation 5 players did so as well. Both are all-time highs for Call of Duty. It's out of control. I'm bringing you this information. I don't know how much longer the system can take this. In other words, among every single person in the U.S. who turned on an Xbox Series console on Monday, over half of them play Call of Duty. Over half of all daily active players on the platform playing one game is bonkers engagement, Piscatella notes. The previous record for this metrics was 34 of series players on August 31st in 2024 and 27 that was set on September 7th. Today, Microsoft announced Black Ops 6 is the biggest Call of Duty release ever, which can be attributed to Game Pass Day 1 debut. This unprecedented growth can only mean one thing. Grand Theft Auto 6 is next. Grand Theft Auto 6 will launch day and date in Game Pass. With this level of success, Xbox has a dominant Game Pass. I heard it was unsustainable. They had us chained up. They had us locked up. I broke free because they were playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 in Game Pass. It's over. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. Xbox is running it up on these bums. These poor begging ponies are in dire straits. The FTC is in shambles. They found out the dirt on Lena Khan. We found out Dr. Strange was right. This is the reality. We'll hold the line. Where Lord King David rules. And he's 98% right all the time. This is the reality. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. We got to go. I got to continue to run. They're after me. They send the hounds after me. But I'm just here to let you know. Call of Duty reigns supreme. Xbox has a dominant. This is bonkers. In other words, this is bonkers.
You can smell the circus dirty. There's peanuts, cotton candy, hot dogs, and popcorn. Is that your favorite? Uh-huh. I do.
In the most horrible news that I can bring you, to you PlayStation heads, and I might have to change my 98% right all the time to 99% all right all the time. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how we do. We're going to run it up on them bums. The PlayStation boss wants the PlayStation 5 Pro to continue its 10-year generation cycle. Hideki Noshino, one of PlayStation's co-CEOs, explains that the PlayStation 5 Pro isn't a next-generation console and says Sony wants the console generation to last a decade. What I want you to understand is the PlayStation 5 Pro launches in November of 2024. He wants it to last 10 years. Do you understand what I just told you? He said the $700 price tag has led to some outcry, and the lack of an included disk drive is very unpopular. Regardless, Sony Interactive Entertainment co-CEO Hideki Noshino has reiterated the company's commitment to both versions of the PlayStation 5, as well as its 10-year life cycle for the PlayStation 5 Pro's console generation. Now, I want you to understand this. There's going to be a time when they phase out the base PlayStation 5 and the Pro is going to be the de facto. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. The last console is the PlayStation 5. I have it here. I want you to know this article is up right now. This is the most horrifying news you PlayStation dudes can ever see. I told you, it's over. There will not be another console for you. Go out and buy your PlayStation 5 Pro now. Go bend the knee. King David is right 98% of the time, all the time. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. This is how we do. We're going to run it up on them bums. I told you, and you did not want to listen to me. It's over. That's it. They're looking for an exit strategy. They want to put their games on mobile. They want to put their games on Xbox and Switch and PC. You PlayStation dudes are not enough. So you've been capping for the Pro. So now that's all you have is the Pro. Dig in. Better places to spend your money on Black Friday. Why you should buy a MetaQuest 3S instead of the PlayStation 5 Pro on Black Friday. If you're eyeing up a PlayStation 5 Pro on Black Friday, there's another device that you should consider. The MetaQuest 3S or Quest 3 will likely be a better offer for you. They're both significantly cheaper than the PlayStation new console. If you're craving something new, Black Friday could be the perfect time for you to get it. Black Friday is rapidly approaching, and there's a better way to spend your cash. There's all the places that you can get the MetaQuest Pro 3 and give your Quest games a PlayStation 5 Pro boost for just $11.99. Everyone's telling you Sony's over. The dogpiling has begun. But if you can't take my word for it, let me show you what you will see in VR.
What are you buying?
Something sensitive. Something more foreboding than you've ever seen before. The VR is taking it to the next level. Resident Evil 4. VR. Yeah. More horrifying, more frightful than things that we've seen before. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And it's cheaper than the PlayStation 5. So if you want to know experience for half the money and more fun,
Okay. Yes. Look at this. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Let's go. Jump in. So, we have made it this far in All Hallows Eve. And this is not a long episode, but not by the least. But this is something that I can bring to you and to keep you at peace. On this All Hallows Eve, make sure you break up all your children's candy if you do trick or treat. And make sure you keep your feet tucked in from outside of the bed. And make sure all doors are locked. And make sure you look over your shoulder as you get into your car or as you walk into your door. And make sure you peer around the corners just to check. Because you have no idea where these Sony ponies are lurking. They can be in your chat. They can be standing next to you in line. These ponies are everywhere. Port begging, please, please, can I have a game? Please, please, let me get Game Pass. After seeing what Lena Khan has done, now it's time for the real work to happen. Xbox New World Order is at hand. We are taking over. You may not like it, but you're gonna feel it. Hashtag no Diddy. Oh, no Diddy. But we will continue to keep the boot on Sony's neck this whole generation. And I'm going to tell you, and I don't need to tell you, because it seems like everyone is listening to the king. Everyone is listening to the king. Because he's almost 99% right all the time. When Grand Theft Auto 6 comes to the Xbox and Game Pass day and date, what would you do? What would you do? I told you buy a PlayStation 5 Pro because it's the last console. You did not expect me to have that information for you. But I do, and I did, and I do. So, get down and lay down. You port beggars. It's time. It's over. This is the part of the video where I'm going to tell you I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to throw it on All Hallows Eve. And I'm going to let it dangle around your neck as I choke the life out of you with it. And I'm going to tell you, like everyone knows, try to play the Game Pass.